welcome everyone for this special edition of Hattrick Masters video. I'll be doing it with Daniel, who streams this every Monday and Thursday. Hello, Daniel.
Hi Michael, and welcome everyone to this video.
So, in this video, we'll be just covering up each and every round, speaking about the team scoring the biggest rating, the biggest upset, interesting facts and games, and the biggest double rating of each round. So, shall we start, Daniel?
We should start with the biggest hashtag right now.
Biggest head stats rating was scored by a team called Real Pillar Football Club with 604. They won this game against Embryo 3-2, and Embryo had a rating of 501, but the biggest one, 604.
Yeah, we have to mention that they are the only team playing in Division 4, so the lowest ranking team all of Hattrick Masters participants.
Oh, that's interesting. And you mentioned that last season they won the cup while playing?
From the 5th league. So they promoted from 5 to 4 just by winning the cup in Argentina.
Okay, so that was the biggest rating of the round. The second one, that's the biggest upset. And it's not just an upset, let me tell you. Team Colombo won their game 5-2 against Guardia. So they lost the game for almost 100 head stats, and obviously that was an upset. But the most important thing, that Team Colombo is a fairly new team. Daniel, what could you tell us about this team?
Yes, they are less than half-year-old because they are playing in Sri Lanka, one of Hattrick's new leagues from the last season. So they just won their first Sri Lankan Cup, and this is the first time ever Sri Lankan team is in Masters.
Yeah, so I covered this team in my 5 Kings video about the new teams, and he's one of the 5 new cup holders for the new teams, and winning his first Hattrick Masters match, that's just crazy. Next game we'll wanna cover, it was just a fun fact. Daniel?
Yeah, because it's a team from Germany, not fielding normal players or players at all in the Masters match, and I think it's a shame because it's not good for your team and it's not good for all Hattrick community and Masters to just lose and just give out your Master match.
Yeah, definitely. They won the cup, but they didn't field anyone. At least they could have fielded the 17-year-old players to get their first Masters Cup, but they just didn't. The next one, that's a very interesting one.
Yeah, this match was in my stream, and it went overtime, extra time, and then went into penalties, and you can see the result. It's 14-15, so actually the 13th penalty won this game. So all of their players shoot a penalty in this match. It was extremely tiring casting this match and then just waiting who will miss the first penalty. And anyway, it was an interesting match all the way.
Yeah, I remember Daniel during this stream. He was literally falling asleep, and that was a battle for him, not only for the managers. The last game that we'll be covering up from round number 1 will be the highest double rating, and the highest double rating with 1142 mutual head stats between Corin Canoes and Ivor Monty. And Corin Canoes losing this game despite having 593 head stats to 549 of Ivor Monty. And that's the biggest double head stats all around.
And we can mention that in the first round, former winners of Masters leaders, Prosecute and Uthaugen IF are also all out. Yeah.
And that would be round number 1. And we are back with the second round. After all the teams getting the buys are playing here, we only have 64 matches. The highest ratings was scored by this team, Span Troop. They scored 589 head stats. Daniel, what do you have to say about this team?
Yeah, they are cup winner from the MAC, so they are playing in 2nd division. And yeah, I think it's an interesting fact that they are not a supporter. Most of the Masters managers are paying for Hattrick supporter, and they do it without it. That's nice.
That's definitely nice. Next game would be our biggest upset. And the biggest upset, that's this game. Gunners winning against Hey Ho. Gunners having only 380 head stats to 482. And that's a difference of 102 head stats, and they still won this game.
Yeah, and you should see what's happened on this match. The Gunners was up first, and then twice, and then they got 2 goals in 2 minutes. It was on stream, this match, and then they were equalizing, and then it went to extra time, and then went into penalties, and they won on penalties.
Yeah, they lost the midfield big time. The counter-attack didn't really help because they only had one strong attacking side. But with the very strong defense, they were able to pull this game into overtime and penalty shootout, and then they won the game. Our fun fact of round number 2 would be talking about long shot teams. Overall, in the first round of the Hattrick Masters, we had 18 teams playing long shot. Only 11 of them progressed into the second round. Out of the 11, only 5 won their game and will play in round number 3. The strongest one was this team, Uncle-Mish. The team had 522 head stats, and they won this game against Luigi.
I didn't remember I seeing long shots teams producing more than 500 head stats, so that's a killer.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll see teams with even better head stats, because sometimes long shot team will get around divine midfield, but this team in particular, they have a nice attack as well. Mostly we'll see long shot teams.
Can you show their formation, please?
Yeah, of course. The lineup would be 4-5-1.
Yeah, that's an unusual long shot formation, I think.
Yeah, but I think it's a good formation. A lot of long shot teams playing only 5-5-0, with overcrowding and everything. They are not maximizing all their abilities. But yeah, that's nice ratings here. And we'll go into our interesting match of the round number 2. Daniel, what you'll say about that?
Real Football Club had the most head stats in the previous round. More than 600, they were the only one producing that. And in this round, they were a bit unlucky, and even producing more head stats than their opponents, but weaker than in the previous round. They lost this match big.
Yeah, definitely. With very strong attack, they lost midfield battle. Chance distribution was very bad for them. 8 to their opponent, only 3 for them, and despite having 50 more head stats, they are dropping from the 600 pedestal they achieved in the first Hattrick Masters round and losing this game to Volcan. And we'll conclude with this highest double head stats. That would be this game. Silywalk against Arca. Silywalk having 580 head stats, Arca having 550. Overall it's 1130 head stats. And Arca winning this game eventually, 3-0.
Yeah, it's a bit luckily or surprisingly, but this team is well known in Hattrick Masters. They played in former seasons, so they're always showing up big.
So this concludes the wrap-up for round number 2. Overall, Daniel, what would you say about the strengths of round number 1 in the Hattrick Masters different to round number 2?
Yeah, I feel that overall round number 2 was a bit weaker. Overall had stats and maximum had stats, and the average of matches was slightly weaker than in round 1.
Okay, so hopefully the strength of the Hattrick Masters team remaining in the competition will get stronger and not weaker. And towards round number 3, I encourage you, go and see Daniel's stream. It will be on his Twitch channel on Monday, 8 p.m. Hattrick time. I will put the link down below for his stream, and don't forget to follow it as well. And for another interesting thing, on the global, Daniel is running a Toto coupon. There are 6 games in his thread. It's called Hattrick Masters Stream. And that's the round 3 Toto coupon. You could just bet on 6 games and win supporter prizes.
Yeah, at the end of the Masters Toto, you can win silver, gold or platinum supporter.
Okay, that was cool. Daniel, that was a pleasure summarizing the first 2 rounds of Hattrick Masters with you. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure for me too. Thank you, Mike, for calling me.
And for everyone, just remember, Hattrick is more than a game, it's a community. And me and Daniel will be summarizing the next round of the Hattrick Masters as well. Thank you all.